What is up, everybody? Welcome back to CMS 2021, and today I want to build something interesting. You know, I've always been building like these high-power cars, these performance cars, but today I want to build just my daily car, just a normal civilian car that's reliable, that can take around to work, which is being an auto mechanic. Not really high performance, so not like a Lambo or anything. Like maybe like a, I don't know, Crown Vic, or maybe like a little SUV, stuff like that. And also, you may be wondering, where's the compilation video? Apparently, YouTube has a 12-hour video limit, and my video was 32 minutes over. So I kind of had to crop out a couple videos to make it under the 12-hour limit. So now it's 11 hours and 30 minutes. So just be careful of that. Just be aware of that. I had to crop it out just so it actually fit on the time frame for YouTube. So if you were expecting a 12.5-hour video, I apologize. I know some channels managed to put like a 24-hour video, or the longest video ever on YouTube was like 500 hours. I have no idea how they did that. I wish I knew so I can upload my 12-hour video, but I don't. So you're going to get an 11.5-hour video, which is still pretty long, and I highly doubt anyone's going to watch all the way to the end, but it's there. But anyways, guys, let's go see if I can find this car. Well, fuck. I got a Lambo as my daily. Fuck. I mean, where else are you gonna get a Lamborghini with Porsche-style rims that are blacked and glossed out? Like, look at those rims for $22,000. Sure, it needs a lot of work, but where are you gonna get a Lambo for $22,000? You better hope this engine runs. The engine is just a block. Oh, okay. That's sad. I was really hoping the engine was complete so I didn't have to rebuild the engine, but you know me, whenever I rebuild engines, I rebuild them for power. So this is gonna be a 1200 horsepower sleeper freaking Lamborghini. Just, yeah. I mean, who daily is a Lambo? But like, it was $22,000. I had to. It was too good of a deal to even pass up. You see this deal? You must purchase the car. Like, that is a must now. And these rims looks absolutely amazing. I might be putting them back on. Or another Porsche rim. Because those things blacked out looked amazing. And there is absolutely no interior, so I want to get just like a normal, everyday seat, maybe a little bit more sporty, because after all, I did purchase a Lamborghini as my daily. Don't know how practical that's going to become. But yeah, because this is your trunk space. That's enough to fit one checked-in bag. Maybe one massive suitcase, and that is it. Like, if you're hauling shit, like if you have random junk in the trunk, like almost every person does, you ain't fitting you're not fitting your weekly groceries in there. You're not. I'm sorry, but you're not fitting your groceries. And for some reason, oh, apparently they're here. Do I want the Evo? I think the Evo looks nice. Go with the Evo. Bumpers. Performante fenders. I'm gonna tint the mirrors, tint the taillights, Liberty Evo. Oh no, I want the Performante trunk. Let's see how this thing looks. We don't have a door. Oh, okay. What do you mean I don't have the right parts, bruh? Is the mod broken? Like, I'm so confused. I'm gonna go and see what's up with this, and I'll be right back. So what I found out right now is that my Lamborghini mod is broken. So I'm gonna have to choose another car for a daily, and hopefully it's not a Lamborghini. I mean, I've reinstalled the mod, so it should theoretically work. But I don't know. I'm just gonna have to see which car I choose. Well, shit. Well, we have two things came out of this. Number one, we know how Lamborghini mod works, and number two, the game wants me to build a Lamborghini Huracán as a daily. And three, well, not three, but somehow this car, which I am tempted to argue is in better condition than the first one that was broken, um, is worth it was less than the other one I paid for. This one was 17,000. So someone in the CMS community, please explain to me what the fuck is going on here. I mean, yeah, this is just the base model LP610 and not the LIT version. Yes, sure. But, and the rims are different, but is it really that drastic of a difference? Like, I mean, hell, this thing's in a better condition. If the other broken car was the same condition, that's probably a 50K right there. But I mean, I did buy all the parts again, so hopefully the fucking mod works. And I don't have to redo shit. Trunk, engine cover. That door is missing already. You, sir. And I'm going to maybe sell everything, and then let's get a fresh new start. Friggin'. Maybe the Performante. I'm kind of digging the Performante. Part. Kind of digging all the Performante parts. Now it works. Now everything wants to work. And as a daily, and since I put the Performante body kit on it, I think we should do everyone in the car community is solid and make it the lime green it's supposed to be. Like, I feel like some of you guys probably got pissed when I painted my... Did I paint the other Lambo green? I know I painted one Lambo blue, which I feel like people are going to be pissed about. But I don't know what I painted the wide body. I think it was green. I think it was green. I think you're the focus, right? Yep. And a window there, and we are good. Now let's get an interior. Now, as I've said before, I want a sporty seat, but also a very practical seat. So I'm not gonna go for a bucket seat or anything. But hello there. I mean, it's not a bucket seat, but it's like a sports seat. Now I just need a sports steering wheel. I mean, I really like the where is it? The Porsche wheel, but it's a Lamborghini, and we don't have a Lamborghini wheel, so I'm forced to go with this wheel. Ah, it's using the same dusty wheel anyway. Oh, it was originally an M3 wheel. But yeah, this one's also missing some suspension components. Well, one wheel. But it's my daily, it has to be reliable, so I mean, that's just normal wear and tear. Like, this is just normal wear and tear. Like, this is not rusty as fuck, but it is also, and it's also good enough to the point where it will actually hold some more years of abuse. So, I don't think I'm gonna strip the suspension out and redo everything. Just because it's also a daily, so it's not gonna be like in pristine condition, everything's perfect. Like, it's gonna get used, it's gonna get abused. Even though it is a Lamborghini and it's meant to stay in an air-conditioned garage. But that's what cars are made for. They're made to be driven. They're made to be used on the road. They're meant to be used as a tool, not sit in the garage and accumulate dust. So we're going to go ahead and give this thing a little wash. I am definitely not a fan of those wheels. That is something I'll admit. I am not a fan of those wheels. And the wheels can be a tad bit wider. I think in the previous part, the earlier parts of this video where I got the lit version, I love the Carrera wheels. And then blacked out, they're perfect. I love those things. So I think that's what I'm going to go with as well. They even got the red and black color matching wheels as well. So you can't ask for much more than that. We are going to have to clear up some of this rust. I don't know what the fuck the previous owner was doing to this car that got it to rust up this badly. So the weird thing is, so he got the outside body to be rusty as fuck, but the inside suspension looks like normal daily wear and tear. And there's not much rust on it. There's not much abuse on it. So I have literally no idea what the previous owner was doing. Might as well paint the car. And the lime green, I think this looks good. This is like a classic performante look. I don't know where I got that Italian accent from. I think it's definitely not right. And I feel like a lot of angry Italians are going to be in my comment section casting me to hell. But yeah, let's see. Is the engine alright though? The engine looks complete, so we're not going to overhaul the engine. We're going to get the suspension all fixed up. And yeah, this is going to be our daily driver. It's not going to be a very long video. Because we don't need to rebuild the engine. We don't really need to strip out all the suspension. But we're just going to test it on the road, daily drive it, take it on the drag strip, and see what we can do out of it. Alright, so I've finished the Lamborghini. I think it looks... The fuck? Oh, there it is. I think it looks fucking meh. Or however those people do it, but I want to look at it from a far distance. Look at that fitment! Look at those rims! Oh, that looks sick. Oh my gosh. And we also got the Performante wing. That is still carbon fiber. Love that thing. Let's see if it'll start actually. Oh wait. Got to fill the engine up with oil. Ah shit. We have to fill it up with oil, otherwise the engine might go kaboom. Fill this bad bitch up with oil. Oh, that was already... I did install a custom ECU and give it a little tune, so it might be making a little more horsepower, but... Let's take a little while to start, doesn't it? does take a little bit to start. I'm gonna take out the fuel pump and give it a fresh, high performance fuel pump. Not that the engine needs one because it's not tuned. It takes super long to fucking start. I'd expect like a Lambo engine to like immediately get up and go and oh maybe the fuel rail. Maybe the fuel rail is broken or a little bit damaged. I have no idea. Let's see, what do we need to remove here? Fuel rails, you can come out. And we're gonna put some fresh new ones inside of you. Fresh fuel rails. Now that you start up immediately. What else is causing it not to start? Like immediately. Is it the starter? Like, is that what's taking like so long to crank over and start? Like, I literally have no idea what it could be, bro. Where the fuck is the starter, dude? Oh, the starter's down here. Maybe it's the starter. I have no idea at this point. I just wanted to start in one click. Like, you turn the key, it cranks a little bit, and then starts immediately. It still takes super long to crank. Do I need to rewire my relays and fuse panel? I might have to rewire my fuse panel. Because sometimes they also cause... Is it the battery? Could it be the battery? Let me just take the battery out of the equation and... Let's see if it's the battery. Maybe the battery's not providing enough heat. I think it cranked one less time, so we're definitely on to something right now. I think we're gonna go ahead and get the fuses a try. We're gonna give the fuses a try here. Unless you gotta rebuild the entire engine, then I am not gonna do that. Ah! Alright, we got some new switches and fuses. There we go. Now she should crank up and start immediately. At this point, I have no idea what else is causing it not to just crank in one shot. Like, why? We replaced the fuel pumps, the fuel rails. Is it the spark plugs? Is it the spark plugs and shit? I don't know. Well, I'm going to replace all of them. Time for obligatory spark plug and ignition coil replacement. It might be the fuel filter, but I'm gonna try the spark plugs first, cause unless the last thing we need to check is air, then the air filters, which I really don't want to do. But if it must be done, it must be done. I'm going with upgraded performance plug. Hopefully, they will do the job for us here. But at this point, I am out of ideas on what would work on fixing up this engine so you don't sound like a brokey with the Lambo that cranks like 5 times before starting. So I want to see if the ignition coils are the culprit. It is not. Air. You know, I'm gonna get a fuel filter as well, just because to eliminate every single possibility of a no start or a really delayed start. I really have no idea what else could be the culprit, so I think we're gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna go ahead, get a dyno test run, and I'll be right back. $769, I'm not complaining. I couldn't figure out why it took like 2 cranks to start. But yeah, I think that is pretty good for this car. I replaced pretty much everything they can ever think of on the car. Air filter, the air intake, the throttles, the ignition coils, the fuel rails, the fuel filter, the spark plugs, the ECU, the fuses, the battery, the fuel pump, everything I've replaced, everything, and it still takes two cranks to start. So I don't know. It just still makes it look like it's an old used car, but it's a Lamborghini. It still looks cool. So now let's take it into the racetrack and see how it compares to the Liberty Walk one, which I think did like a 134. So I'll be right back. So here at the racetrack, as always, I'm going to run a lap around it, shut the fuck up so you can hear the engine, and then I'm going to unmute and tell you what I thought about it. So here we go. for a normal daily driver, I think a 146.55 is not a bad car. I mean, you can definitely tell this car is underpowered compared to the Liberty Walk because it has 500 less horsepower. But it also has plenty of power so that when you're taking turns, this tires will spin. Like, it will still spin up the tires when you're turning so that it will overturn, it will oversteer a tad bit when you're on the straight. And when you try to correct it, it will spin out because it has 750 smacking horsepower. Other than that, it is a great car for a daily. It's from awesome and way beyond my expectations. So let's head to the drag strip and close this video out. Okay, so we're here at the drag strip. You know the deal. I'm gonna go run the mile. Shut the fuck up. And then maybe comments afterwards. Then run the quarter. Shut the fuck up. And then close out the video. So here we go. Well, that was interesting. I just got beat straight off the line. I mean, we're running 750 horsepower. He was probably running 1,000. So, on to the quarter. Because that was an embarrassing show of events. Say that my daily is a better line than it is. What the fuck is going on? But anyways, like you can see, like for this car, the Rayfield Caliber, it was gaining on me. at the end of the quarter, it was going over 8 miles an hour faster than I was. But we were able to launch. It took us 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. Took him 2.3 seconds. And yeah, 230 feet. Took us 4.12 seconds. Took him 4.6. So it definitely launches better, but top speed and getting up there is a slow climb. I think it's due to the lack of power and worn out internals. But for a daily driver, this is plenty enough. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed these kinds of videos, please leave a like down below. And I'll see you next time.